Okay folks, I have got a pile of notebooks, a fountain pen, and a pile of gummy bears. The notebooks are for you, the gummy bears are for me. So I got a fountain pen. I didn't even use these until I started making notebook videos and everybody was talking about using fountain pens. So I ordered a Pilot Metropolitan. I've been using it for a little while, and a lot of people complain that it doesn't work well in the Moleskines. So I just grabbed a pile of notebooks and thought we could test it on different notebooks to see if it bleeds through or what it looks like. So first up we have the Moleskine Cahir, which is a cashier's journal. And I'm just going to write something on the page and then we'll look at the back and see if it bleeds through. So I'm just going to write testing. And as you can see, it does bleed through. Now, I usually use a Pilot G2.38 because I write pretty small, or one of the Tool ballpoint pens. My thoughts on the fountain pen is I've enjoyed having it. Yes, it does write very smooth, but my issue is I don't write very pretty and I write pretty small. And even though this says it's a fine point, it doesn't write quite as fine as that Pilot. But I still like it. It's still neat having it around. So next, let's try the Lochby pocket notebook, okay? So I'm just going to open it up to a random page here. See that ugly handwriting? Now, I will say about the Lochby paper, I was actually at the bookstore last night with my wife. It does not bleed through. And I told her, because I use a Lochby for my commonplace book, and I said, you know, writing with a normal pen, almost don't enjoy it because the paper's so nice. It's got kind of that waxy feel about it, which is good for the fountain pen. Let's write one more thing. Sorry if the camera shakes a little bit. Blow on it a little bit, air it out, eat a gummy bear. So let's look at the back of the page, and you can see it does not bleed through on the Lochby, however you want to say it. So 2 down. All right, so next up, let's try this from Dollar Tree. It is just a pocket notebook. You get 3 for $1.25. So let's write a little something something and see how the Dollar Tree notebook fares. Yeah, as we would assume, it's just regular notebook paper. So Dollar Tree, not very good for your fountain pen enthusiasts. Next up, one of my favorites, the Field Notes, and this is a blank one I have not used yet, so let's just write something here on the Field Notes paper and see how it does. Testing pen, gummy bear. Moment of truth. A little bit, bleeds through just a little. Now you may be asking, well, how hard are you pressing down? I'm going to just write a little lighter. See what happens now. Still just a little bit of bleed through. So that's your Field Notes. Next up we've got the Moleskine Volant Extra Small. This is one of my favorites too. It's just a really tiny one. This is another new one. So let's go to the back page because I usually use these up. So let's go to the very back and see how this Moleskine does with the fountain pen Metropolitan by Pilot. Oh, this one actually does not appear to be bleeding through. Let's try writing a little bit more and see, because I'm kind of surprised. I'm just going to do some random stuff here and see what happens. So I'm wondering if this Moleskine paper is a little bit thicker, because it is not bleeding through in this little tiny one. Let me color a circle and see what happens. Okay, that's a pretty dark, big circle. Yeah, that bleeds through. But the writing, the words, and I'm going to do one more just to make sure. I'm going to write an important word here. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Okay, so let's see what we got on the back. Just barely a little bit. So far this Moleskine has been the best one, and I'm eating the yellow gummy bear. Next we're going to look at the Lochby. I recently made a video on the Lochby, and I mentioned in it that this is Tomo River paper. Nice, nice feeling paper. The fountain pen. And there is no bleed through. We'll write a little bit more and make some marks. Make a little dot there and see what it looks like. Hey, pretty good, pretty good. So again, this is the Lochby. You'll notice too that it's sewn, like the field notes is stapled, and the Moleskine, they sew theirs as well. So I've actually been really happy with this Lochby, and thank you to Lochby and Field Notes and everybody who's sending me stuff to try out. Okay, so next I've got the Moleskine Pocket Notebook in the hardcover. And I'm just going to open up to the back page, and let's take a gander and eat a blue gummy bear. Okay. This one's not really bleeding through too bad. Try it some more. And again, with the not so pretty handwriting, but it's okay. We're just testing this out. And you can see there is a little bit of bleed through on this one. Let's try another Leuchtturm. This, I have loved this little A5 Leuchtturm. This is what I turned into my commonplace book, and I put all my book notes in it, and it's very pleasant to write with. Now I've been writing in it with this pen, which is again the G2 .38, and as you can see I write pretty small. So let's flip to the back, and I'm just going to write. And again, this Leuchtturm paper feels kind of waxy, kind of real smooth. It's real easy to glide across. Make some marks. I'll even make a circle just so we can see what happens on the back of the Leuchtturm, and there is no bleed through. Trying to hold it at different angles so the light catches it, but no bleed through on this Leuchtturm. And last but not least, my trusty Moleskine XL, where I keep everything. So flip to a page in the back and let's try it out. All right, so let's see what it looks like. And it bleeds through. So if you do prefer a fountain pen over a ballpoint or a gel, the best ones are the Leuchtturm, the gummy bears. The Field Notes did kind of okay, but honestly, the Lochby and the Leuchtturm did the best, with the Moleskine getting an honorable mention on this tiny one for really not much bleed through other than when I made this big dot. The Field Notes, if you'll remember, it had minor bleed through, which I know that would probably bother some of you. Don't go with Dollar Tree, and honestly most of the Moleskines did not work so well with the fountain pen. So I hope this helps y'all. I know I've made a lot of pocket notebook videos and I haven't really used the fountain pen in them, and I apologize for that. So hope this helps you out if you're looking for pocket notebooks that work well with your fountain pen. So I'm going to eat these gummy bears. You all have a good day.